Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Gorgeous Gold. If you are new, please subscribe. Please share this video. If you're returning, I love you guys. I'm so grateful for you. I appreciate you. We are doing the water sign reading. This is for Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. It's meant to resonate with Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a general reading, so this can apply to any area of your life. And be sure to just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, guys, I will be leaving my social media descriptions or my social media pages in the description box. If you'd like to book a private reading, that contact information will be in that box. And also, I'm going to be leaving a link to 2 videos that I've uploaded, the Divine Feminine and the Soulmate Connection reading. Please go check that out if you have not done so. Let's go ahead and get started. I would like to ask the universe to place a bubble around me and anyone tuning into this video. Please fill that bubble with bright white lights, 3 golden rings, and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative may ever attach. I would like to ask the universe to use me as a clear channel for the collective of the water signs. What is going on with them this week? Starting us off, we have the Page of Wands. That is a lot of cards. Water sign energy. Okay. The 5 of Wands. I feel like every single sign has gotten that. Every single element. The 4 of Wands. All of these wands. There's some spiritual shifts taking place this week, because everyone's readings have been filled with wands. Oh, too many. Hermit and the 6 of Swords. We're going to get one more card. Wow, and then the King of Cups in reverse, or vice versa with his back to us. Wow, so we have literal opposite energies, the Devil and the Magician. So let's see what's going on. All right, water signs. We have the Page of Wands coming out first. So what this is telling me is that this week is a spiritual, I said this for air signs, but this week is a spiritual based week for you. What I mean when I'm saying a spiritual based week is that with all of these wands that I'm seeing, you're moving towards some kind of spiritual truth. You're getting ready to embark on a new part of your life, but I feel like you're battling yourself about this. One part of you wants to go all into this journey and conquer this spirituality stuff head on and do everything that you're being guided to do and follow your heart and follow your intuition. But the other half of you, which is the fear side, is afraid. I feel like that's why we even have the Devil and the Magician. That's the 2 sides that are battling, the Devil and the Magician. On one side, you trust and you want to manifest and you see that these things are possible, but then on the other side you're like, are they really possible, or am I just dreaming? What do I need to do? Your advice this week is to go into your hermit mode. Go into a mode of where you are focusing on the golden egg. You are focusing on the knowledge and the wisdom that can be gained from certain situations in order to create your 4 of Wands. And what a 4 of Wands is, the 4 of Wands is a stable foundation. It is a loving foundation, and it is a foundation in which everyone is happy and they are honoring one another and they are trusting one another. And when I'm saying one another, I mean you and everyone that you're surrounded by, because right now you're in a space of not being able to trust anyone, because honestly, you're battling yourself. You don't know if you want to, move forward, or if you want to stay where you are. You're kind of afraid. And it's time for you to now make the decision by going inward on what it is that you need to do next. What is your 4 of Wands? How are you going to create this 4 of Wands? Is this 4 of Wands aligned with who you are right now, or is it an outdated belief, or is it something that other people want? You need to, honestly, this week, take time to go into your bubble and into your shell and reflect on the truth. Reflect on what you really want. What are you hoping for at this exact moment? The 6 of Swords is here. So The Six of Swords to me is telling us that you right now are in the process. Sorry, my back itches so bad. You are in the process of moving away from the darkness. You are in the process of moving away along your journey. You're moving away in the night. So in my eyes, it's kind of sneaking away in a way of avoiding the real stuff, avoiding what you need to be doing, avoiding the things that are coming in. And I just told earth signs the same thing. It's avoidance, and it's scary because at the one side, you know what you need to do. That's why you're battling yourself. And ultimately, I feel like you're going to deem that it's easier for you to just, avoid all of this altogether and just walk away and start a new journey and do something completely different and be easier. But your overall outcome this week, being the King of Cups, is telling me that you ended up turning your back on that idea. You ended up turning your back on the idea of running away. Or another way to look at this is that these are your two outcomes. One side of you guys are going to choose to run away and avoid the healing and avoid following your intuition and avoid aligning with your truth. Whereas the other side is going to decide to turn their back on this. They're going to turn their back on hiding from themselves. They're going to turn their back on hiding from the truth and hiding from what they need to do. And they're going to sign up to do the actual work because they see that there's reward to that. They see that if they truly want change in their life, it's time for a change. So let me get clarity for these cards. Clarity for the Page of Wands. Wow, the World. Clarity for the Five of Wands. Wow, the Knight of Cups and the Sun. Major Arcana. Clarity for the Hermit. Five of Wands. This has happened 3 different times tonight. Five of Wands, double confirmation. Literally. I love this. This happened in the air sign reading, the fire sign reading, and now in y'all's reading. Clarity for the Four of Wands. I'm going to take all 3. He's here. We have double confirmation again. 2 devils. The Devil, the Page of Pentacles, and the Tower. Ego is really trying to get y'all this week. The Wheel of Fortune is clarity for the Six of Swords. Clarity for the King. Okay. 7 of Cups. Clarity for the King of Cups. King of Cups. Give me one more card. Just one. Just one, please. Okay, is there no more? There it goes. Ace of Pentacles. All right. So with the Devil coming out 2 times this week, I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a forewarning. You have darkness surrounding you, and it's not in a negative, it is in a negative sense, but it's not in a sense to be afraid of it. When I'm saying it's not in a negative sense, this is, for some of you guys, it's a physical person or a physical situation that is bringing darkness into your realm. So it's something that you need to start protecting your energy on. And for others of you, it is you keeping yourself trapped in a mental prison. It's your ego trying to control the things and the moves that you're making. And with it coming out 2 times, I mean, this didn't physically come out, but the Devil showed himself. And then he did come out in the actual reading 2 times. That's double confirmation. The World card is here to clarify the Page of Wands. The World card is closing out a cycle, as we all know. So with this clarifying the Page of Wands, I just told you guys, you are deciding now to embark on a spiritual journey. This journey is like nothing that you've ever known. It's like nothing that you'd ever anticipated or imagined. This journey is something that is going to create something so new and different for you because it's closing out a cycle that you've once remained trapped in. It's closing out a cycle that you thought was meant for you and aligned with you, but now you're moving towards a spiritual truth. But you're battling yourself. You're constantly going back and forth. But I see that the Five of Wands is clarified by the Sun and the Knight of Cups. So you're trying your hardest. And I see that this week, the side of a new day is what's going to win. That's major arcana. So what this is saying is that a new day is ahead for you. And you're moving towards creating emotional fulfillment in your life, and honestly finding out what emotional fulfillment is for you. Because I feel water signs, for some of you guys, you don't even know what would make you happy. You just know that what is happening right now is not making you happy. And so you're deciding to choose a new day, and you're deciding to move in a new way. Somebody might be coming to you with an offer for a new day also. That's just for a select few, but I felt that, so I had to say it. The Hermit is clarified by the Five of Wands. And I'm sorry, guys, if I'm speeding through this. I'm not meaning to, but the messages are just pouring out. The Five of Wands, again, so double confirmation, is clarifying the Hermit. You're battling yourself, and the only way for you to deal with this internal conflict is to turn inward and to silence the ego, silence the mind. Your advice this week literally is the Hermit and the Four of Wands clarified by the Five of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Devil. It is time for you to let those foundations that were built upon this guy out of your realm. That's relationships, that is belief systems, like that is a lot of different things, because only then can you actually get to the Page of Pentacles, which is your Four of Wands. But this is still in your field. So as long as the Devil is here, and as I said, for some of you guys, this is a relationship. A relationship that you are bound to that is unhealthy, and it's time for you to let it go. It really is. It's time for you to let the tower fall and allow the illusions and everything that you've built with that tower to go with it, because it doesn't serve you anymore. And you've been blocked because of that. But your Four of Wands you're on a spiritual journey. That's all I'm going to say. So the Four of Wands wants to be what happens for you. But first, you must learn to control the Devil. You must learn to control your ego. You must learn to remove yourself from toxic situations, toxic people, lying people, things that just don't serve you. And with 2 5s coming out, guys, that equals 10 of Wands. And the earth signs or it wasn't the earth signs, I think it was either the air signs or the fire signs, or maybe it was the earth signs. I don't know. My brain is fried. I've done a lot of readings today. The 5 of Wands came out 2 times. So that is literally saying the 10 of Wands. It's time for you to take those burdens and release them in order to start a new beginning. Sorry, guys. To start a new beginning. There's just so much abundance and love and light surrounding you that it's time for you to release it. For others of you, the Four of Wands, I just picked up on another message based on the grapes. You're in a relationship and you're trying to build this based off of this. Because I don't know if you guys can even see that, but she has grapes in her tail. Like right there. And then there's grapes coming from that. So I feel like you're trying to create a Four of Wands relationship with something that is the Devil energy. It's a toxic relationship, something that's ultimately going to pull you down. And that is going to lead to your Tower moment. That's a very specific relationship, but you're being guided to get away from that because you feel in your heart that it's toxic, and you may be blinding yourself with rose-colored glasses. But it's time to walk away from it. The cycle has completed and you've learned what you needed to learn from that. It's time for you to take your gifts and walk elsewhere so that you can get your Page of Pentacles, because you can't manifest with the Devil still in your field. Otherwise, everything that you're manifesting is tainted with Devil energy. For those of you that this is your mindset, it's time for you to start meditating and, reading different books and getting aligned in a different way. Just honestly doing something different, because the Hermit is a person that studies. The Hermit is a person that uses wisdom and knowledge to make his decisions, and that's why he turns within. He also uses his intuition, but the Hermit has knowledge beyond years because he's such a smart and just wise person. He studies his craft. And so it's really time for you to get aligned with that and start researching and start doing different things so that you can change your mindsets and change the way that you've been moving in the world and the things that you've been manifesting and the things that you've been calling in, because they don't serve you. The Six of Swords, I feel like for a large chunk of you, you're walking away from that cycle, because this has been a constant cycle of you running away from your problems. Every time it was time for you to heal something or get serious with it, you started to run away. You ran away from doing any work that was actually necessary. Now you're deciding to close this cycle out, because at this time you're really literally at a crossroads. You can choose to continue to run from your problems, which will cause you to go back into this cycle, because the Wheel of Fortune is karma. That's what it is. It's constant cycles. So you're either choosing to go back into this cycle of running and escaping your problems, or escaping the things that you know to be true for yourself, or you're choosing to close out this cycle and to do something differently and face those demons head on and allow yourself to fully come into emotional balance. And the same with the King of Cups, because I'm picking up on two energies for that, because I have the Seven of Cups, which is the people that are deciding to go back into that Six of Swords cycle, the people that are deciding to run away from their problems again. It's going to lead you to this you're going to be unemotional. You're going to be emotionally unstable, because you're going to feel indecisive, and you're constantly going to go back and forth with yourself because you're not honoring yourself and you're not honoring your truth. And so you're going to be trapped into a cycle of indecisiveness. Whereas the others of you that have decided to close out that cycle and to face these demons head on and to start doing the healing work, you're offered the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning. You are offered wish fulfillment. You are offered what it is that's going to make you happy, and you're happily ever after. You're offered a new beginning where finances are okay for you and everything that you've been asking for is flowing in freely and abundantly. But it's only once you decide to close this cycle of running out. Because honestly, guys, you can't attract new things into your energy field if you still have all of the old wounds and scars and things that you've not faced and that you've tried to avoid lying dormant. And that's just the honest to God truth. Like, it's time for you to close the cycle. There's two cards about closing cycles here, but the Wheel of Fortune's about the tide of karma. So what do you want? Like, what do you want to do, water signs? Do you want to start this new cycle? I feel like you guys, for the past couple weeks, have been faced with these kinds of opportunities of, making decisions. But that's what life is ultimately about. And the only major arcana cards are the Devil, the Hermit, and let's see what other major arcana. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. The Hermit, the Devil, the World, the Sun. So yeah, there was a lot of major arcana. Guys, I don't know. Don't even pay attention to what I just said. I'm losing it. But it's time for you to make a decision. There's a new day like awaiting you. I'm going to take that because it was Lizard and it flipped out fast. Lizard. And then we're going to get 2 Rebel cards for my water signs. 2 Rebel cards. 2 Rebel cards for my water signs. Guys, you guys are undergoing some major stuff right there. Wow. I like that. 3 cards came out, so we'll take them. The first card that you guys need to hear is you are loved. You are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. How perfect is that? What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. This ties into the reading so perfectly. You are the best thing that ever happened to you. Go easy on your ass and buy your own damn drink. Guys, what did I say? Some of y'all are in this extreme toxic relationship and you're just trying to stay there because it's those wounds that you haven't healed that you've tried to run away from. But they're lying dormant, and if you keep letting that be in your field, then you're telling the universe openly that you are willing and ready to go back through the same cycle that you just came out of. And that's the reality of the situation. I don't mean to trigger or say that in a harsh way, but that's just the truth. It is, and we've all done it. I've repeated cycles time and time and time again because, as my grandma always says, a hard head makes a soft ass. So the Lizard. Lizard sat lolling in the shadow of a big rock, shading himself from the desert sun. Snake crawled by, looking for some shadow to coil up in and rest. Snake watched Lizard for a while as Lizard's eyeballs went side to side behind his enormous closed lids. Snake hissed to get Lizard's attention. Slowly, Lizard's dreaming eyes opened and he saw Snake. "Snake, you scared me. What do you want?" Lizard cried. Snake spit his answer from his forked tongue. "Lizard, you are always getting the best shadow spots in the heat of the day. This is the only big rock for miles. Why don't you share your shade with me?" Lizard thought for a moment, then agreed. "Snake, you can share my shade spot, but you have to go to the other side of the rock, and you must promise not to interrupt me." Snake was getting annoyed. He hissed, "How could I bother you, Lizard? All you are doing is sleeping." Lizard smiled knowingly. "Oh, Snake, you are such a silly serpent. I'm not sleeping, I'm dreaming." Snake wanted to know what the difference was, so Lizard explained. "Dreaming is going into the future, Snake. I go to where future lives. You see, that is why I know you won't eat me today. I dreamed you, and I know you were full of a mouse." Snake was taken aback. "Why, Lizard, you're exactly right. I wonder why you said you would share your rock." Lizard laughed to himself. "Snake," he said, "you are looking for shade, and I am looking for shadow. Shadow is where the dreams live. Lizard medicine is the shadow side of reality where your dreams are reviewed before you decide to manifest them physically. Lizard could have created getting eaten by the snake if he had so desired. Lizard is the medicine of dreamers. Whether dreamers smoke you or dream you, dreamers can always help you see the shadow. This shadow can be your fears, your hopes, or the very thing you are resisting, but it is always following you around like an obedient dog. If Lizard dreamed a space in your cards today, it may be time to look and see what is following along behind you. Is it your fears, your future trying to catch up to you, or is it the part of you that wants to ignore your weaknesses and humanness?" Wow, I love that. Lizard may be telling you to pay attention to your dreams and their symbols. Make a dream log and record all that you remember. Be sure to pay attention to each individual symbol or recurring pattern. If you do not remember your dreams, you could try setting a music alarm for 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Or you could try drinking a lot of water before bedtime and allow your bladder to wake you up. Dreams are very important. Pay attention to them. If Lizard has turned up in the contrary position, you may be having a nightmare. This is a sign of inner conflict. Look to the nightmare for a clue to the nature of the conflict. What are the feelings your nightmare causes? Breathe through these feelings and let the sensations flow out of your body. See the truth in the nightmare and what your nightmare is suggesting. It could be the simple message that you are confronting fears and therefore do not need to experience nightmarish events in your day-to-day life. Another message of Lizard Reverse is that you may need more sleep or dream time. It could also imply that you have a lack of dreams for your future. Imagination is the door to all new ideas and creations. As you examine the dreaming process, you will find that the subconscious is processing all the recorded messages it holds concerning the events you experience during the day. These messages can be suppressed feelings bringing inner conflict, or they can be new ideas or goals, other dimensions of awareness, future events, warning signals, or desires and hopes. In one sense, Contrary Lizard is insisting that you look to your imagination for new experience. This is necessary when life becomes dull or full of boredom. On the other hand, Contrary Lizard may also apply to those who dream too much, refusing to use the dreams as tools to manifest the same vision in their life. All levels of awareness are accessible through dreams. Remember, life is not always as it seems. Are you the dreamer or are you the dreamed? That was so deep. All right, water signs, that has been your message for this week. I love you guys so much. I'm so sorry we're not doing the meditation this week, but I just have a lot going on, so I don't really have the time to pack that in. But I love you guys. We will get back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. So I love you. Please stay peaceful, stay positive. Mwah. Namaste.